Hello Libra, welcome to Tarot Predictions. I'm Rad, and this will be a tarot scope for March 2017 for you guys. So let's see what my tarot cards are having to show you for what you're going to experience during March. So the first card here marking March itself is the Queen of Swords. The second card, which shows the obstacles or disadvantages or what is there to obstruct you in March, is the Two of Cups. The third card is what is actually will help you in March, things you know will act in your benefit. That is the Nine of Cups. And then the final outcome, if you want to say it that way, that will be the Six of Cups. So let's run through your career first. With the Queen of Swords into your career, it seems that you will have to allow yourself to start learning things. So this is kind of that card shows an expand of your vision and your knowledge into your career field, which in other words will help you push through your deeds. So you got to be patient into one career. With this card, doesn't seem that a lot of new additions into deeds and the projects are going to happen. Now it is rather a time for you, Libra, to start finding the best way possible to approach one problem, to approach one act in there on your working place, and to approach your colleagues in the best way possible. This card shows that whatever solution you need to find, whatever problems you need to deal with into your career, I mean professional problems, it seems that you will be able to give them a right diagnosis the more you think about them and the more you allow yourself to learn. If you are someone who, this is very favorable card, I want to say, for these people which career is related to speaking to others, like sales managers, people who make negotiations in this kind of stuff. So that speaks that your words will be heard. It's like you will keep your calm, you will keep your cool. It will look like, and it will be like you know what you're talking about in front of the others, and you will be able to convince people to follow your creed there, to follow your agenda. The second card, guys, that's the Two of Cups. And as a disadvantage, this card shows that the environment will be very friendly into your career. And this is where the environment, the disadvantage lies. So you shouldn't keep it, yeah, it's good to keep it friendly, but you should not do anything professional with friends here. I mean, your co-workers are not there to be your friends. They're there to help you, to help the company with its problems, rather than to make socializing and make friends of them. So it is very important that even though your environment is very, very secure in a term of that everybody is acting friendly towards you, everybody is there to lay you down, help, people enjoy working with you in this kind of stuff, you shouldn't mistake their behavior as a friendship, because it is not. It seems that everybody is following their own agenda, everybody is following their own goals, and as soon as you serve them no favor, they will abandon you. At least this is what the card shows here. So don't waste your efforts helping others and then have no energy to attend to your own particular things into your career, because that seems to be crucial, because the next two cards are very positive, and if you go for them, it seems that you will kind of have a grand success there, guys. But yeah, apart from that, the Two of Cups also may speak that a new venture or something like this is gonna happen there into your career place, something that will create a happy emotions in everybody around you and you as well. Don't give it a big hopes, because it could distract you from what really you need to acquire as a skill and knowledge there. So your career in March is about you learning how to be more skillful, more professional, and how to make a better approaches to all the troubles that needs to be solved in your career place. I'm talking about troubles because my previous boss, said once to me that he isn't paying me to explain him what problems I have and what problems his company have. He's paying me to solve them. So this is what you're paid for, and it is what you need to do. But before that, you need to give them a right diagnosis, you need to acknowledge them, you need to know what you're dealing with. And it seems that it is what you're going to start acquiring during March this year. Then we are having the Nine of Cups. This is what will really be there for you, and it will help you. So this card speaks that you will be very pleased with what you are achieving. You will be very pleased upon what you're working. And with that being said, everything around you is going to happen with ease. Everything that you're doing, everything you're attending, every project you're working on is going to unfold with ease for you, and it's not even going to give you hard times. And this is why you need to focus mainly on your own particular things and giving your extra help to other people, because first they could take it from somewhere else. Not right now. The time is important for you to reach this checkpoint of satisfaction where you stabilize your project and they create joy in you and they make your supervisor or your boss very happy. And from there it seems that a new enterprises may appear in your way. It is like not just opening door, but showing to your supervisors and to your bosses that you're really good in what you're doing and they can really rely on you even more and more. So this particular approach of yours that will make all the projects happening with ease, which you have reached here in in the Queen of Swords, it seems that it will breed, it will give a big hope to your manager or to your boss that you are the man or you are the woman, either way. So go and work for taking on these troublesome deeds into your career, so you can prove yourself capable of being there and being very valuable asset to the company you're working at. Because then we are having the Six of Cups, guys, and this is probably coming at the end of the month or somewhere there, and that card shows that right now you're dealing with things that requires a creativity. Again, a card showing a great satisfaction of the achieved things, of the achieved goals. It seems that you will reach quite far, and by that being said, that particular card shows, in this case, guys, in this case, shows a start of a very, very important and a large project that requires a creative approaches. And just because you were capable at the start of the month to the middle of the month there to give a right assessment, to learn about what is going on and what it needs to be given as an effort into this project, it seems that you will not just go ahead of it, I mean standing in front of it, but it seems also that you will be encountered a lot for making it happen. So be open around the end of the month for that new project of yours, for this new agenda, this new path that is coming, that will give you a creative expression. It will allow you to create yourself, to express yourself creatively. This is what I'm trying to say here. And give yourself at the start of the month time to kind of expand your mental capabilities, to expand your knowledge. It's really about learning and taking, kind of absorbing everything that is going on around you, especially if you just have started to do your job, guys. If you just have been assigned and you have just been hired, it is very important that you start learning from everybody around you. Ask questions, try to see why this is done that way, why this is done that way, and you just try to explain yourself how the things works into your working place. Let's say that you are doing private business here. It is also important to learn about the expectations of your customers so you can do the job right. Don't try to make them friends to yours, because friendship is what can ruin one business. And with that being said, I really hope that you will take the right choices here, people. Then if we're talking about your relationship, guys, now this is where the cards are very, very positive, apart from that Two of Cups. But we will get to that when the time comes. So for the first card, first, how the relationship will go through March. Queen of Swords, that speaks for maturity of one relationship. Now, love is love. The initial love is what I like to say. But now it's time to get much more mature. It is time to face your fears. It is time to realize why you're in this relationship and what the relationship really gives you, and how much happy you can be when you stay in there. It is about you binding your mind with it, and adding the relationship itself into your mindset. With that being said, a re-evaluation probably is happening. It is possible into one relationship, people, and for the most, the re-evaluation will be very, very positive. With these cards, I can say from almost everybody, the re-evaluation will be much more possible, much more positive. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me today. Anyway, so it seems that the relationship will become very important for you during this month and from this month moving forward. Now, the old things that annoyed you in there, what I mean is that, for example, that you have tried to make a contact with your partner, they didn't respond, that really annoyed you, because, you know, when you are in one relationship, when you are in love, there is nothing more important than your partner. But right now, this will not be the case, because with the maturity of the relationship itself, the trust comes, and if they can't answer, then they don't have the time for it, or they're dealing with something else. Anyway, this is what I'm trying to say. Now the relationship goes into a more higher level than before. So this is where the Two of Cups falls as a disadvantage here, guys. It's what can obstruct you, and this is the Two of Cups, and that is where you start to drown in your partner with emotions of dissatisfaction, trying to make that harmony, trying to force the initial love that you have experienced it at the start of one relationship there. And it is something that you don't need right now, especially if we saw for your career how busy you are going to be trying to adapt yourself into the environment, trying to expand your own personal knowledge into the field you're working at. So here the Two of Cups speaks, rather than when the maturity happens, it is more important to give much time to yourself rather than to both of you. And with that being said, don't provoke your partner to always express your love towards you, because that may come annoying to them, and they could really be pushed to the edge there. So also, doubting one love could be the case that comes in disadvantages, because some people they get used to express love on site, and others, when the relationship, as we said, becomes more mature, they kind of put the expression of love on the back seat, and they are focusing more on the supporting to one another, on the supportive aspect of one relationship to one another. And here is where we can have the disadvantage, where you constantly try to ask for more attention, for more expressed feelings and these kind of stuff, and that will really annoy your partner. So don't have doubt in your partner. Your partner loves you with these cards. It's just right now is the time for the relationship itself to go in a higher level, and acknowledging the love every day is not the case for one mature relationship, because by default in one mature relationship the love is presented. So what will act in your favor here, guys? Being satisfied of where the relationship is right now. It seems very stable. It seems very harmonious. So you couldn't ask for more at this very point, and charging forward at this very moment, not really a very, very good option for you. So speaking of which, you need to allow the things to unfold naturally, and you need to give yourself a time to enjoy and experience the satisfaction. What I mean is that you are in a relationship that will go in a long run from now on. This is what the card says, that if you are allowed to experience the things as the things are, the relationship will go in a long run. And I mean the good things, because with this card it seems that there will be a lot of good things. Libra. Of course, that card shows that much more can be achieved, and for some the satisfaction could be pregnancy, let's say that way. For others it could be a very, very good proposition, for example, to start living together, or it could be just a realization how much your partner loves you without even telling you, because the actions here will speak louder than words. And after that, guys, we are having the Two of Cups people, the Two of Cups, excuse me, that this is the Six of Cups at the end of the relationship, at the end of March for the relationship itself. So this is where the spontaneous things are opening up, the spontaneous emotions and the spontaneous actions toward one another. So the maturity already has been stabilized in the relationship. Nothing can bring down one relationship. When I'm talking about maturity, people, try to think how one family go through, you know, their mid-age to old age, sticking up together and having trust in one another. This is what I'm talking about as a maturity. So allow yourself to experience all the pleasant things that one relationship present to you. Don't make your partner miserable just because it will make you feel more loved, because you, through making them miserable, you're seeing how much they care, you know what I mean, and that way you're seeing how much they love you. You got to accept that they love you, and you got to move forward from there. And when I said pregnancy, because on the Six of Cups we have child, it could really seal the deal here, saying you that you may get pregnant in March. But in another case, it is where the Six of Cups will show you how much that relationship means to you. You will realize how much means to you, and your partner will realize how much means the relationship to them, and it will go for a seriously a long run, people. So cling to your existing relationship. If you do have troubles in it, and if you're not aligning very well with your partner at the start of March, it is very important to start speaking with them about it and to see how mature the relationship is exactly and what you can do to make it more mature. So it is this March period for you people, Libra people, will go through the phases where it will make the relationship as stable as I don't know, as a concrete, let's say that way. I would have said another word, but it is not good to curse in these videos. Anyway, so we are seeing happy relationship for you. Then for those singles, it seems, guys, that for March, with these cards, these 4 cards here, you will have a lot of attention coming in your way, but it seems that you are gonna break the hearts of some people, because the love that they will give you will not go both ways. So you may expect that some people to acknowledge or to confess you that they have an emotions and feelings for you, but you will not have the same thing. It seems through March that you will stay single, but this is not a bad thing, because you will find happiness in different things than one relationship. So it's like a revival of enthusiasm and a drive to live without being in relationship. And at the end, with the Six of Cups, it is very possible that someone from your past to show up in your life, where it will create you a very good emotion. It will make you feel a high amount of emotions, very pleasant emotions, and from there you may make a commitment with them, or at the very least it is where you're gonna win back or reunite with a very good friend of yours. But whatever it is that is coming in your way for those singles at the end of the month, it will go for a long run. So for you, Libra March, whatever you do into your career and into your relationship, it will go for a very long run, and it most likely will take you on a brand new path in your journey of soul. So that was for Libra, guys, for March. And if you find this video remotely helpful, please subscribe and like, and see you guys next time. You have a great one now. Bye.